Hey Glam Fam, CrissyBeauty here. Welcome back to my channel. So for today, we are doing episode 2 for the Disney princess makeup series that I'm doing. And for episode 2, I'm going to do SnowWhite. So to start off, her colors that I'm using for, remember, just my eyes, we're not going all crazy here. We are going to go in with the ABH Norvina palette. And we're going to use, what are we using? C2. So this red here with a Morphe M456. So we're basically kind of doing the same thing we did yesterday, just no shimmer today, just all matte colors. So I'm going to focus this on the outer corner, patting, and then working my way into the crease using light pressure the further I go in. So once I get the product I want on my outer corner, I'm going to start lightening the pressure on my hand to work it into my crease. Remember, I do have hooded eyes, so if you have hooded eyes, you kind of have to create your own crease, find out where your natural crease is, and kind of look up and see whenever you open your eyes, wherever you're going to see a slight bit of product, that's where your faux crease should be. And then using light pressure, the further you go into, I'm like barely touching my eye, the further I go into the crease. And the further I work my way up to the brow as well, I'm lightening the pressure. So the closer I got to my brow, I used more of a lighter pressure because I'm not using anything else. I'm just using red to kind of just work my way up. So I'm not using another transition color. I'm just going to solely stick with red and yellow. For that reason, I focused most of it in my crease. Whatever was left over, like I said, I very, very feather-like light-handed and just worked my way up to my brow with whatever product was left on the brush, which you can keep doing until you reach the desired like shade you want up here, which I'm good with here. Now comes the fun part. Not really. I'm cutting the crease. Semi-cutting. Again, using concealer, just because I feel like it's less messy. Well, I mean putting it on the back of my hand, I feel like it's less messy. So we're going to map this out. And right about there is where we're going to stop. That's good. And then just fill in and set with any white powder you have. Some people like to go immediately in with the product. You're welcome to do that. I don't like to do that. Now, using the ABH Norvina palette, we're going to go in with E4. So it is a yellow, generic yellow shade, this one here. And we're going to start picking that up and patting that in to anything that has the concealer. Like so. So you're going to pat and then start bringing that in. Alright, so now I'm going to clean up whatever fallout I got. Especially from the inner corner because we are going to go in with a bit of a shimmer. And I'm just cleaning up right here. Oh, I almost wiped off my whole makeup. Just to make that more of a cleaner line. Okay. You know what I realized in my videos? I say okay a lot. Anyway. So now we're going to go in with, I'm just finding any excuse to use this palette now. Oh, we are not going to do this yet. Just kidding. I'm going to go back in with the red and blur that harsh line that we got from the yellow and the concealer. So I'm using a light hand because I just want to blur it out. I don't want to create another harsh line with the red. Alright, and now that that's blurred out, now we're going to go in with the Coca-Cola palette and go in with this gold shimmer. I'm not sure what it's called. Add Life. Nice. Okay, so I'm just going to go with my pinky and I'm going to apply that on the yellow. So much for matte. I'm gonna tell you, I love glitter on my makeup anyway. So I'm just gonna pat this in only on the yellow part. Oh, that brings out a really pretty yellow. Okay, now that we got a portion of the eye done, I'm going to go off camera to do this eye. Most likely do my liner and add lashes, and then we'll get into the face and then get to the second part of the eye look. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back with the other eye done and my lashes and liner done. Now it's time for the face. Okay. So this time I'm going to use my Huda Beauty foundation. Alright, so using my, I had to center myself a little bit. Using my Huda Beauty foundation, I'm going to use, I already primed my face with the e.l.f. Mattifying Putty Primer thing. So I'm going to use this. This is a little bit lighter. I got this before, you know, sun came out and decided to tan everybody in this world. So I'm just going to warm up my face with bronzer and contour. But use this all over. I think I'm going to wet my beauty sponge because I'm not liking how this is applying. So I will be right back. And I'm back. Alright. To finish this, hopefully this applies better now that I wet my sponge. Oh yeah, so much better. I don't know why. I feel like the color blue just washes me out. Alrighty. I think this is like my favorite full coverage. Like I only ever have to apply one layer and then I only like, look, you can kind of see it. Focus. I think it's focusing now. There's literally just one dot of foundation. That's it. But I think because it's so creamy, it just applies like all over. I'm not liking this sponge though with this foundation. It's not doing bad. It's just not. I have to like, normally I'm used to like once you put it on the beauty blender, you like immediately just like start pounding and going. That sounds dirty in a way. But with this foundation, with this foundation and this beauty blender specifically, I have to like lightly and kind of just keep going in the same area. Like I have to put light enough pressure. Okay. So there is construction going on outside of this window. So, you know, that's probably what you're hearing with the yeah. I know. Sound effects were needed. I do always go over with any foundation I'm using. I do go over specifically like right here because of my rosacea. Like even with my full coverage foundations, like it just tends to pop out a bit and I'm not a fan of that. So I look like a ghost without anything right now. Again, going for the lifted eye. So I only put it on these spots because when I blend out this right here, I'll blend it out down and then further in, and then whatever's here I blend up this way, and then I just set everything. I do like to go in and do my nose and my forehead first. Okay. So I'll pat that into the corner like so, and then drag that out, and then start blending the outer concealer Okay, I am going to use one of the neon brushes that I got and just put powder all over where we just concealed. I love that mattifying finish of putting powder on. I'm not a dewy makeup person on myself. On other people, I don't mind. I'm using the camera as a mirror. But on myself, I have extremely oily skin. So I'll use a hydrating primer and face creams and stuff. But when it comes to my foundation and my powders, I need something mattifying for it to work for me, for it not to have any shine. And only the places I want shine. Anyway, okay, so going in with my typical favorite NYX, it's like the contour palette that they have. Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty much broken. I should probably get a pop thing for it. I don't even know how it broke, to be honest. But I use these two here to bronze up my face, and then I'll go in with like these two to deep contour. So to bronze up my face, I always start at the hairline and then I go where I would contour, and then on my cheekbone a little, and then just drag that forward. The more forward I go, though, I do use a lighter hand. So it's mostly here, and then I'll just drag. But I always start at the hairline, just so like it blends really well right here. There you go. Now we don't look so pale. Although Snow White is pale, so I am not. And then we're just gonna deepen up the contours of our face that I want deeper. Snow White had a round face, huh? Maleficent. Oof. Maleficent's cheekbones were beautiful. I love Maleficent's cheekbones. Okay. And just like Cinderella, because Snow White is one of the oldest princesses of Disney, she had very rosy cheeks. So I'm gonna go in with a mixture of these two pinks. Let's see if you can see them. There you go. These two. All right. And then just focusing it on the apples of my cheekies. Perfect. Okay, so before we go in with the highlight, we do have the second part of the eye look. Once I put this back. There you go. Okay. So using a Morphe, what am I using? M431. So it's just a pointer definer brush here. See if you can see it. I think it focused. So using this, we are going to go in with, excuse me, Jaclyn Hill's palette, and we're going to go in with the shimmer blue shade. Excuse the dirtiness of this palette. So this shimmer blue shade, we're going to pick up with the definer brush like I showed you before, and we're going to apply that to our lower lash line. I'm really trying to use the pointing part of this brush to make sure this like stays on my lash line. So because we have a bit of a darker color on our lower lash line, I am going to go in with mascara. So per usual, using the Wet n Wild primer, we're going to pick that up with a beauty blender to apply to the highs of the cheek. Because we already got so much pink going on and red, we are just going to stick with Starburst from the Anastasia. Just for a really nice, oof. Highlight is my favorite. I don't think I'll ever not wear highlight. Okay, so inner corner, we're going to go in using another defining small brush. We're going to go in with the gold that we previously put on top of the yellow from the Coca-Cola palette. So this one here, I think it's called Add Life. So this here, we're gonna put into our inner corner and above, right where the brow bone is at. And then whatever is left on here is what I'm gonna put right where the brow bone is. I'm gonna pick up and take off a lot. I don't want it too gold the way it's coming out right now. Alright, so for the lips, you could go in with a generic nude color, any nude color, just a gloss, whatever you feel comfortable with, because I mean, in all honesty, there's a lot going on here, but I'm feeling a little extra because SnowWhite, which is what we're doing, wears red lipstick. So we're gonna do both. I'm gonna put on red lipstick and then I'm gonna do nude, just to show you what both would look like. So to start with, we're gonna go with red, the most brightest red ever. We're gonna go in with Fashion Legacy Max Matte Liquid Lip Color. That's what we're gonna go with. All right, here we go. This is bright red. I actually really love this. I dropped my chopstick. And with rosy cheeks and a bright red lip, I am now feeling like SnowWhite. So yeah, that concludes episode 2 for the Disney makeup series, princess makeup series. I have to memorize that because I'm doing the whole thing, and yeah, it's just gonna, yeah, I need to memorize that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and today's look, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment, share, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovies.